homicide.
Hello, peeps, it's your girl Schree, reporting live for SchreeTV following this trial, the Joshua Young trial.
I was hired on by the county police in 1998.
What are your job duties?
Another cop is on stand.
To respond to a scene, to gather facts, look for evidence, work with other detectives, assign tasks if you're the lead detective, and maintain a case file.
And you mentioned being a lead detective. What does it mean to be a lead detective?
It means you're the lead investigator on the case. You're in charge of maintaining the case file itself, presenting the case to the Commonwealth Attorney when and if charges are to be brought against a specific person or persons, and to assign other detectives within your unit to assist you with
it closer to you.
And how is a lead detective?
I'm going to work on my knitting.
On a rotation basis.
Okay. And how many detectives are in homicide?
Approximately 22.
And how often do you get assigned as the lead if you rotate?
Of those 22 detectives, about 5 of them are assigned to a cold case or missing persons detectives, so they're not in an active homicide investigation rotation. The other 16 or 17 of us, basically, if I'm at the top of the list, I pick up one. I go down to the bottom of the list. So 16 additional homicides will have to come out again before I'm the actual lead detective.
Okay. And did you in fact pick one up this morning?
Yes, I've been out since 2 o'clock.
Okay. Well, I appreciate you trying to get you out here.
That's okay. I'm happy to.
Were you working on May 11th of 2011?
Yes, ma'am, I was.
And did you get called out to a scene?
I did.
How do you get called out to a scene? Do you all answer 911 calls, or how do you all find out about a scene?
No, we're notified by dispatch over our police radios to respond to a scene. A lot of times the first responding officers within a division will respond. They'll be the first officers on scene, and they'll advise that they have a shooting, stabbing, whatever it may be, person down, and they determine if the person is deceased on the scene, that the homicide unit is going to be notified or not. And a lot of times their injuries are critical, but they don't die, but we're still notified if it looks to be a life-threatening injury, and we will then respond to the hospital to advise whether or not it's going to be our case or a district-level detective.
It's a homicide detective.
And, you said that you did get called out. Do you know what time you got called out on the 11th?
I believe it was I have it in my investigative letter that it was around, I put 13-20 hours, which is 1:20 in the afternoon.
Okay, what's an investigative letter?
So basically a summary of the steps that you take in an investigation, summarized in an investigative letter.
And what happens with those investigative letters? Do you keep them, or do they get dispersed? What happens?
No, they are typed up, signed by myself, and provided to a sergeant who then reviews the letters, signs the letter himself, and then they're given to the lead detective in the case.
Okay. How many homicides do you, cases do you think you've worked on since 2004, minus a 10-month hiatus? On average?
On average, I would, we get roughly anywhere from, I would say an average year is 50 or 60, and I would probably get anywhere from 3 to 6 in a year that I'm the lead on. However, I would assist in a large number, so I would say in the hundreds.
Okay. And so can you remember all of the details, like time you get called out on all of the cases that you've worked?
No. And a lot of times we're called in cases and we do a summary because the case may not go to trial for several years, and we pick up numerous death investigations, suicides, and additional homicides within that time period. So it's hard.
That is Detective Lee Maroney talking about that she was the lead investigator on this case, and she was one of the first ones to see Trey's battered body on May 11th, 2011. Quick break, we'll be right back.
I'm determined to get this done quickly. Damn, it sure is big now. That's the great thing about knitting, is you just go and go and go, and then you're like, what the fuck? This thing is a monstrosity. It's a Schree game. Not an Afghan. Or a Lapgan. The Lapgan is a shorter version of the Schree game. I have to pull it up so it doesn't pull the work off my needles. I need the whole blanket on my lap. Excuse me, Schree game. I really want like something from Sonic. I want that what is it? Is it called a Blast? Or a Blizzard? Blizzard's at DQ, right? Oh. I did eat some salad while on my short lunch break. It's a beautiful salad. But as I get older here, I'm realizing that I like sweet things too. Which is why I keep my ass in the gym, you know what I mean? Because if you want to eat, you gotta work it out, you know, if you want to keep it trim, you know what I'm saying? Golly. I never had to work for it until I started fucking around with pies. Then I looked up, looked at my body and said, oh my. Why? That's alright. It's worth it. It was a lesson learned. You can't eat a whole pie by yourself. You know? Just because you like the flavor of it, you can't eat the whole thing. Because I would eat the whole thing. And baby would say, I'm telling you, you can't do that. I'm like, what? Please. I'm too skinny to gain weight. Yeah. Okay, I know I'm not huge or anything, but I'm bigger than I've ever been, which isn't really big, but it's big for me. You know what I mean? I have to be in bikini shape. So that's what I'm doing. Hey. That's it. Plus it turns my wife on. Holla. Holla. Oh wait, let me turn this up.
As well as specifically to this one. When you first get to a stage that you want to go down and just kind of see what you had, are you going to start touching things and collecting things? What are you going to do?
That is lead investigator on the stand.
Shut
She's talking
up.
about arriving at the school at the scene. What she saw next was 14-year-old Trey's body laying face down in a dark ditch at the school. We're going to continue with her testimony after the break.
We warn our kids about stranger danger. I didn't go into some water if y'all on my Facebook was put to the test.
They're going all the way to the parking lot.
What will they really do?
I'm dumbfounded.
Stranger danger.
Friday at noon on Raising America with Kira Phillips. Some phone messages are too important to miss or wait for. And with readable voicemail from Cox, you won't have to. It instantly converts your home voicemail to email, so you can stay connected anytime, anywhere, free. You'll never miss an important message again. If you already have Cox Digital Telephone Premier, activate readable voicemail or upgrade today. Non-lawyer paid spokesperson. Attention Actos users. The FDA warns taking the diabetes drug Actos for warning.
You know what I think I'm gonna do? I think I'm gonna put on my sauna suit. I really do. And my waist trimmer. That waist trimmer you get right at Walmart, it does work. Pull that motherfucker tight. I mean, make sure you can breathe and everything. You know what I'm saying? Don't go overboard. Keep it reasonable, yet firm. I tell you what, my ass is hard as a rock from doing spinning. Baby likes to punch on it. I make it real tight. I mean, it's just naturally tight. Like, I'll be walking up the stairs or something, and she'll, like, tap it or punch it. Not punch it hard, but just, like, tap. And it's totally hard. I love it. Spinning is great for your back, your thighs, and your ass. I played hooky yesterday. I have to go tomorrow. My shoulders were sore. You know, so I took a break. If I'm hurting, I'll just go sit in the dry sauna. In my sauna suit. 45 minutes. I did it last night after the show.
quite a bit of time. We try to go ahead and use logic and do what we think, because we've been doing this a long time, and we've worked together and kind of know what he would expect of me, and that would be start to identify and interview any witnesses that may be in the area. So I spoke to, I think, 2 different neighbors that lived on Kramer's or about that area, just to see if they heard anything, saw anything unusual, and
Alright, peace. I gotta close this one out. You know I love you, and we'll be back with some more Schree TV. Holla.
I spoke to a gentleman